Do you want me looking somewhere specific? Or?
Yeah, if you can just look at this general
Okay.
lens or at me, is cool. So, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, my name is David Russell. I am the team manager and driver for Automatic Racing, which is a team that runs in the Continental Sports Car Challenge series sanctioned by IMSA.
And then if you could kind of give the, let's see where I want to start this. Maybe, so like what your activities were today. Like what's your day at the track when it's just even like practicing and prepping and,
Yep.
and everything.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, our typical day at the racetrack, especially for this test that we just had here at Watkins, Glen, over the last 2 days, is basically to go through the rhythm of what it takes to get a proper result from the race here at Watkins, Glen. So we practice a variety of things, from our pit stops to our all of our different types of procedures. And that includes making improvements to the car, making improvements to the team. Throughout all of those drills, the goal is to, by the end of the 2 days, to get the car faster, the driver faster, and make improvements for the team.
And so, in general, what's the atmosphere? I guess like what's interactions, meeting people. Like what's the typical? I don't know. What is the spirit? What's the
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, the environment.
Yeah,
I guess in the pits or in the garage or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the environment is unique because we all travel. It's sort of like a traveling road show, like the circus on some level, where we're all traveling from event to event, which crosses all around the U.S. and into Canada. And so we develop a rapport and a camaraderie between the other teams, a rivalry on some level between the other teams. But at the end of the day, we're all there for the same purpose, and it's to, try and do the best we possibly can to acquire points for our race team and to get results. And the better you do, the more fun typically you have, obviously. I think the big thing is you have to go into the event with also realistic expectations. And not every track is a good track for your car. Some tracks are better than others, and sometimes certain venues better than others, so you're a little bit faster or the car's a little bit better. And I think the trick is to take your car and try and get 100% of the progress out of your car from the driving standpoint and from the car aspect of it. And if you can do that wherever you land, you've done a good job.
So for like, what do you think from racing? I mean, your job is racing, so it's kind of, or your job is to teach racing. So Ken's take on it was that that it's so easy to build relationships in racing, like in just coming to the track, like today or yesterday, and just meeting all you guys. Like everybody's kind of like on the same like playing field or whatever. Like you're talking to guys in the pits who are, or whatever, communicate. You all have a common goal, I guess. So it's Ken was trying to put like an analogy, like with just like the business world or whatever, like how this is like the quickest way to build some sort of relationship with people, and because you're all kind of in the same boat, you're all after the same goal. Like even if you're on another team, after the fact, you could talk about like what happened at turn 4 or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I guess how would you describe, I guess, the relationships you do build? And you kind of touched on it with other teams, like how you do kind of have a relationship, but I don't know how you can't do the analogy because this is your full time.
Yeah, it's my full time deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know, like talking about how you keep in touch with people that you've met over the years, and it might.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the course of running these race cars in this series, IMSA, you meet a lot of interesting people along the way, and it's interesting to see how those relationships develop over time. I mean, fortunate enough to develop some of those relationships into close friends, to sponsors, to both, which I've done with a couple gentlemen that we were running here with this weekend. From guys that I'm developing, from people that I meet at the racetrack, from crew members, from the officials. It's all basically one big family. And so at the end of the day, even though you're fighting against other teams, you're trying to play ball with the sanction. But at the end of the day, everyone has a parallel goal.
Awesome. Well, that's perfect. That's a great way to